relegation battle for the Potters. Another bizarre year at Stoke City. Perhaps, you might say, the craziest of them all since relegation from the Premier League.
I like to just keep it as simple as possible, as clear for the players as it possibly can. You have to keep up with the times. You can't just have one way of playing and think this is it. So yeah, just having a little bit of imagination is important as well.
Plays it out to Malik. Can he create something? Right into the penalty area now. Can he get the shot in? Tees up Baker, and he's there! And Lewis Baker has fired home, and Stoke City are in front. Stoke City 1, Coventry City 0.
We finished last season so strong. We won 3.
He knows a whole lot more about his squad and about football than me, and he will have to trust those instincts and hope it does the job for him today.
It's almost like someone's just...
Phillips headed back towards that particular part of the ground. It's on the right-hand side, and Al-Hamadi's getting involved. And now Wouter Berger back to Al-Hamadi on the right wing, and he plays a crossfield ball that's rather under-hit. The referee is just having a word with Baker, and now we're going to see the corner taken, and it comes towards the far post. It's deep, and Al-Hamadi heads it back across goal, and then there's a whistle for a fuss in. Lawal's under it, gets something on it, heads it away. And hear the groan as Al-Hamadi tries to track back, and he's beaten to it, and he gives away. Well, I thought he was going to give away an unnecessary free kick. In the end, Derby emerged with the ball. And then there's a foul on a Stoke man inside the penalty area. All Matt Clark. First he went down under the challenge from Al-Hamadi. He fell on the ball, got up, retained possession, and then committed a foul.
Bit of a problem there. Gucci said he slipped. I thought he was pushed over and a little bit of an elbow there. And then you look, and it's going to be a very physical game. And Derby, as you would expect, are going to chase everything. And with the referee, you may get the odd decision because you're a home player.
6. Nat Phillips has to turn on the edge of his own penalty area and clear down the line, and in the end he's fouled. The cheer, I think, is that West Brom have taken the lead against Luton, but it's going to be so many twists and turns at the moment, Mark, that you can't really rely on anybody else, and I just hope that we're not relying on other people and looking constantly at the scores. Yeah, West Brom have scored against Luton. Tom Fellows has got it. 9 minutes they've played there, same as here. 0-0 here, 0-0 in all of the other games that matter in the Championship. Unfortunately, we are looking at the wrong end. It's a free kick in field from the right. Gallagher into the box for Al-Hamadi. Touch lets him down. Gets away from him, and Derby clear for the corner. Decent bit of possession for Stoke City.
Yeah, they look quite
giving it away. Gallagher's dropped back to get involved in the defensive work and mop things up, and Al-Hamadi gets the flick on, and Derby attack, but the header away falls at the feet of Baker. He turns it long in behind for Al-Hamadi to chase, and then a hand in the lower back of Matt Clark is enough to give Derby a free kick. And both teams are really just playing percentages.
They are at the moment, and Al-Hamadi probably was a little bit silly there. He got a chance to force Clark to give the ball away for a corner, but he just pushed, and you're always going to lose out on those situations, aren't you, when it's a full...
Clark wins another header just inside his own half for Derby, and then Lawal gets to the set. Cuts inside Lawal, but his touch is heavy, and Berger does well to nick it back off him. And now Jun-Ho from actually the pivot is the most central of the 3 centre-backs. Al-Hamadi, 5 yards inside the Derby half now, moving forward, tries the short pass to Jun-Ho, but misplaces it, and then there's a foul as Al-Hamadi tries to atone. He's going to go into the book. So often one mistake quickly turns into 2, and that was the case there as Al-Hamadi tried to make up for his own error.
Yeah, he tried to make up for his own error, and then just made an even more big error and got caught by the referee who's now booked him. And you've just heard that score, Mark. Perhaps you'd like to tell everybody.
Massive goal at Ashton Gate, where Preston North End have scored. Emil Rees against Bristol City. That is a potentially huge goal. Free kick taken quickly. Looks for Al-Hamadi, sliding tackle dispossesses him. It was well timed, and Berger steps in to win it back on the edge of the box, and now Al-Hamadi heads it forward, can't find Jun-Ho.
But where's the movement for this throw-in?
Yeah, it's been static too often. this season, hasn't it? And Gallagher does make a run and does get on the end of it, but three defenders.
They're just hoofing it up, and there's nobody there to take the sting out of this game. And as I speak, now Junho's got the ball.
Yeah, he has. He's done well between him and Al-Hamadi, and now into the penalty area, and that's a really good... Also, that's going to take this free kick, 5 yards infield on the left, plays it up to the edge of the penalty area. It's not the best ball, headed away, but again, everybody...
That both teams will know where they are at the moment. They'll go in and they'll probably just try and continue to do what they've done so far. He's a big guy.
Yeah, he's a big lad, isn't he? Boasting Lawal, and he's that.
Runs up to the travelling 3,100 Stoke City fans in the...
Ebu Adams tries to turn on the edge of the penalty area, can't. That's a poor header from Al-Hamadi, though, as Stoke. There's nobody around it. In a Stoke shirt, they give it away. And now Al-Hamadi wins it back. A mistake, and he's into the penalty area. Al-Hamadi, he's still going, shoots, and that's a decent save, I think, on the... Derby ball on the near side. It's just lacking in quality to the extent where neither side can put more than 3 or 4 passes together.
No, but Mark, if we've sat here, we came up in the car, we thought of all the permutations, we both did say we'd be perfectly happy if this game was played out on the centre circle for 90+ minutes. And
Stoke City will be playing in. Gooch has the ball and plays it down the line, looking for Al-Hamadi, who scampers in behind and gets on the end of it, and then plays it against the defender Phillips. It may have bounced back off Al-Hamadi. He looks innocently at the referee and has won a corner. Opportunity for...
Well, this is quite an unreal atmosphere when it's nil each, and now both sets of fans are giving it large. Who cares about the football?
Yeah, now we're just playing out the season and having a nice time, thankfully, as long as... Yeah. Is Baker trying to burst forward, finds Al-Hamadi. He's got 2 defenders in front of him, he's still going. Al-Hamadi into the box, 3 defenders around him, he's still going, and he has to turn away from goal and then tries to lay it back to Baker and gives it away, but Derby can't clear. Touch is heavy in midfield from Liam Thompson, and an hour gone, 0-0 at Pride Park. Stoke with the ball in the corner, 2 defenders converging on Al-Hamadi, and he's done pretty well to get away and win a corner, I think, but he's actually in some discomfort now. Yeah, Al-Hamadi went down,
yeah,
he's injured.
I think he's got quite a knock there, but it's quite clear that he doesn't want to come off. But we've obviously got 1 or 2 players warming up now. Nathan Lowe warming up. I think Manhoof will be coming on soon. But both the people playing up front have done a lot of backtracking as well, which is what they've had to do today. Listen, all Stoke had to do today was get a point, and it looks like they're going to do that.
Their players on the bench include... Might make a change at wing-back. Al-Hamadi's back on his feet. He's hobbling. He's making his way to the sidelines. We'll see whether he can continue or whether that is that for Ali Al-Hamadi at Stoke City. Potters have a corner anyway to left. In fact, a free kick, sorry, from the foul on Al-Hamadi. We know Cardiff City, Plymouth Argyle down. Luton would join them as the throw-in comes into the penalty area. It's headed away, and Al-Hamadi is going to try and run it up to the halfway line. He's just muscled out of it to a Bristol City side chasing a place in the playoffs. They could leapfrog the lot of them onto 52. That threatens to become a long throw, but actually just loops up into the air, this time from Forsyth on the far side, and Stoke clear. Langus is the only man back in the Stoke, so those changes are going to be made once the goalkeeper Vickers launches it towards the edge of the box, and there's a chance here for Yates. It's hit the bar, it's still bouncing around, it's hit the bar again, and Lawal heads it away. That was extraordinary. Yates one-on-one. Ali Al-Hamadi has had his last touch of the ball in a Stoke City shirt. You would think his loan spell with Ipswich ends at the end before he goes back to Brighton. Bae Jun-ho is coming off, and Moran will come on, and then Derby going to make 2 changes. Liam Thompson is coming off for Caden Jackson. It's going to be a change up front